This is how I went from 1 to 5 handstand push-ups. I'm sharing my journey with you to inspire you so you can see how progress in the handstand push-up works, and also when you get your first handstand push-up so you see how you can progress even faster so you can reach my level. First of all, I unlocked the handstand push-up just by training the handstand and then doing heavy military press, and once I had strength and enough balance, I just kept training, doing attempts, and I unlock it. So this is what I recommend you do first. Get good at the handstand and get strong at the military press and then do attempts. So I got my first handstand push-up back in January 2024, and I was very excited about that. And throughout all of that year, I mostly only got singles, so only sets of 1 repetition. And this is normal with this skill because at first my limiting factor was the balance. My balance was still not very solid, so I kept falling by most of my attempts. So as you can see here, I kept doing singles just to get better at the movement, and most of my singles at the beginning were just these very shy, shaky, very unconfident reps. But what I kept doing was getting good at singles. And before you knew it, at the end of 2024, so after 12 months, for the first time I got 2 reps in a row. And then the day after that, I got 2 reps in a row again. And then in the same month, I got 3 reps in a row. So it's funny how progress works in these skills. It's not linear at all. So as you can see, I spent the whole year just doing 1 repetition. And then at the end of the year, I went from 1 to 2 and then to 2 to 3. And that was really awesome. Then it's the beginning of 2025. And as you can see, my form is way better. I'm much more confident. And here again, you can see me getting 3 reps in a row. And then just 3 months into 2025, I get 5 reps in a row, which was crazy. I was not expecting this. So how did I go from 1 to 5 reps? Well, I used something which I like to call the 8-set method. And this method basically works like this. For each workout, you do a total of 8 sets of handstand push-ups. And your goal is when you get your first handstand push-up, before you try to increase the reps, is you're going to try to get 8 sets of 1 rep. So you do 8 sets, 8 total sets, but only 1 handstand push-up. And once you do this, then you start to try to get sets of 2, not before. So once you get 8 sets of 1 rep, then your next workout you start to do sets of 2. And maybe you get 1 or 2 sets of 2, and you can do more. So now, to complete the 8 reps, you do more 6 sets, but this time with only 1 handstand push-up. So you might look something like this, 2 sets of 2 reps, and then 6 sets of 1 handstand push-up to complete the 8-set mark. Then you keep increasing your sets until you get 8 sets of 2 reps. So you just keep increasing your sets of 2 reps, and once you get 2 more, just finish with sets of 1. And then you just repeat the process. Once you get 8 sets of 2 reps, then you start to do sets of triples, so 3 reps. And then you do like this, maybe you get 2 sets of 3 reps, and then you finish with sets of 2, and then sets of 1 to complete the 8-second mark. So this is the method that I use, and it works like wonders because my progress was really good. As you can see, I now confidently do sets of 3, 4, even 5, and I even got sets of 6, which I'm showing you right now. What I want to bring across in this video is that progress in skills is not very linear, and the most important thing is just to stay consistent, because if you only can do 1 rep for a long time, that does not mean you're not progressing. You're just getting used to the movement, getting more comfortable with each time, and as you can see, there's going to be a month or a week where suddenly you break through all the, perceived plateau, which is not really a plateau, and you start to get sets of 2, 3, 5, even 6, which is what happened to me. As you can see, it's the present moment, and this skill has become very comfortable for me. I can even do it in public, I can do it in houses, I can do it in parties, I can do it anywhere. And as you can see, the most important thing is just stay consistent, and if you stay consistent, you're going to get very good at this skill. However, it's also important to have the right strategy. So that's why I made a program for you called the Handstand Push-Up Pro program, which will teach you how to get the handstand push-up and increase reps. So if you're interested in getting the handstand push-up as fast as possible, I recommend you check that program out. It's the first link in the description. This is an absolutely amazing skill, and once you unlock it, you're going to get so much respect from people. You can just post your clips online, start a YouTube channel, and everyone will come asking you for advice, and will be so impressed with you. And it's really such a cool skill to unlock, isn't it? So again, if you're interested, check the link in the description and learn the handstand push-up today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next.